We also have a term in Healthy Out West called the body is king. That means it has all the answers and we only go by what it says to do. So it's not about me. You know, I may wear a white coat or whatever, but it's not about me. It's not about what I know. It's not about any of that. It's about what does your body tell us to do. And we only do exactly what it says to do. Okay, that being said, I'm going to use Crystal here, and I'm going to do a little demonstration of nutrition response testing. This is my friend Crystal, who's going to help us out. She's going to actually put her arm up like this. And if I was testing her, I would be pushing down on the arm. Push down on the arm, and she's going to hold it, and she's going to resist my pressure and not let me push. Okay, we call that a locked indicator muscle. Okay, so the muscle stays strong. If I was going to do nutrition response testing, and I'm actually going to come over here, and hopefully the camera can still see me. We're going to do nutrition response testing, and I'm actually going to touch. And anywhere I touch, I'm going to be pushing down on the arm at the same time when I touch. Okay, so this would be like an acupressure, more so. Most of you have heard of acupuncture, which uses needles. This has nothing to do with needles. It's just a pressure on the body. So I'm going to do like this and go all the way down. And if everything stays in balance, every place I touch, if it's completely in balance and the body is happy with the energy that's there, the arm is going to stay completely locked in its place. Okay? As soon as the energy is not good in that area, that arm is going to unlock like that. Okay? And she's going to feel it and I'm going to feel it. All right? So say I go down a lung and I hit a lung and the lung is not in balance. Then when I hit it, this arm is going to release. Then I go, okay, that wasn't in balance. And I would probably continue my scan and keep going, and I would be checking all these areas, right? So here would be the stomach, and I could come over here to the gallbladder, and then I could come over to the liver, and the liver releases, right? And then I could come over and I go, okay, small intestine's pretty good, and I could come over to the pancreas, and it releases again, okay? So we're going to say for Crystal here, she's got a lung, a liver, and a pancreas that are not in balance. So then there's a way for me to find out through nutrition response testing which organ is the most important organ to work on first. And that's important because the body has a certain pattern and way to heal, and it will not be the same from person to person. Okay? So we're going to say for Crystal, the organ that is the most important to heal first is the pancreas. Okay? So remember, when I was going down through all the digestion, how important it is for the pancreas to have enzymes. So grab that little bottle of enzymes for me. Okay, so there's a little bottle of enzymes here. And if what that pancreas really needed was enzymes, then I would say, okay, Crystal, hold this for me. And then I could test that pancreas, and that arm would stay strong. And it didn't matter. I mean, I could push hard, and it would stay strong. But if this is not what the pancreas wanted, then I could give her this, go to that pancreas, and it would release again. So what question did I just ask the body? I asked the body, first the question I asked was, what organ is the most important to heal first? It told me the pancreas. And then I asked it, okay, pancreas, will you stay strong if I give you this? And if it'll stay strong when I give her that, then it'll give me a yes answer, which means that arm will stay solid. If the body says, no, this is not what I want, it's going to give me a no response. The arm's going to release. Okay? So the first thing I want to explain about this whole process, go ahead and have a seat for a minute. The whole thing that I want to explain about this whole process is I have a number of questions that people usually come back with. They're like, okay, this is a little far-fetched. Okay, I might understand that the arm will release if the organ is not in balance, which is hard sometimes for people to just grasp that much. You know, that it'll release when it's not in balance. And the reason that is think of the body as though it was going to go into hypothermia. So it is 30 degrees below zero out there in Montana. And when it's 30 degrees below zero out there, you're getting cold. It goes into hypothermia. When it goes into hypothermia, the body is going to conserve as much energy into the core as it possibly can, taking even blood flow from your fingers and your toes. And it's the most easiest to get frostbite in those areas, right? And so if it does that, it's conserving as much energy into the inner core as it possibly can conserve, right? And this is a little bit what's happening when I'm going down through there. When I touch an organ that is not happy, say it was the lung for Crystal, if I touch that organ and it is not happy, what happens is the body takes the energy and pulls it really fast into that lung, and you do not have the energy to hold your arm. Okay, so that's literally what's happening. The other thing that happens is someone say, okay, I maybe get that, but how does the body know what this is when you lay it next to there? And the way it knows this is because this is live enzymes, okay? So these are whole plant enzymes. They're still alive in the way that they are alive, remember? And so remember when I talked about the tree and I talked about even if it was frozen, those enzymes would still be alive. All they need to do to activate is to have heat and water. So once you put it in your body, you got heat and water, right? And so it begins to activate. And so everything that is alive has a sphere of energy around it. So when you put that close to your body can actually feel that energy. And if that energy is what the pancreas organ needed to be well, it would give that strong response then, because it would say, okay, if I have that, I will stay in balance. I will feel good. Okay? And all of you can feel this sphere of energy for you. Okay? If I came really close, if you're following me, and I came really close over here to Denise, she would know that I was standing right here. Even if all the lights were shut off in this room and I was as silent as I possibly could be, she would know I was standing here because I'm so close to her. Okay, and this would also happen, and you guys have probably all experienced this, when someone stands too close to you to talk to you. And you're like backing up because, oh my goodness, this person is in my space, right? And so that's literally what happens is I'm putting an energy sequence into your space to see how is that energy sequence going to work with the strength of the body, okay? There are other energy sequences that don't do very well. And one of those energy sequences is sugar. So come back up and we'll grab this sugar. And so say I gave this to Crystal, and this enzymes is what made this pancreas strong, right? But how many of us know that usually the pancreas does not like sugar, okay? So in this little vial, I have white sugar. And so I'd say, okay, let's give that to Crystal. Now let's check this pancreas. I can even feel that on you. Your body does not like that sugar, okay? So she literally has no energy, and there's probably a good chance that she's not going to have any energy over here in the liver, okay? So it works both ways. The body will say, okay, I like that energy that you gave me through the enzymes, but I did not like the energy through the sugar. And so by doing this, I can actually narrow down the exact nutrition that Crystal's body needs. And it's going to be different from one person to another, right? Nobody's going to be the same. We don't wear the same size clothes. We don't have the same ideals and things that excite our lives. And it's not going to be the same for the amount of nutrition that we need either. And that's the beauty of nutrition response testing, is it literally can give you all the answers. And you can literally come to me, and I'm literally the health educator, the health coach. And as I do nutrition response testing, I can tell you, this is the question I asked the body. This is the answer your body gave me back. And then you all get to learn exactly what your body needs specifically for you. Okay? And the reason that is so valuable is we want, thank you, Crystal, we want overall health, and we want it to be safe and natural. And we want to make sure that it's safe and natural for every person. So this would be the pregnant mom, right? If she's got good nutrition, that baby can grow and be strong and get healthy bones and everything. And we can have healthy mommy and healthy baby all the way to the end, right? And so that is what we're looking for. From the oldest person, I've got people that come into my office that are in their 80s, from the oldest person to the one that is the youngest. We want it to be healthy for them. And a lot of times I like to use food. Food is awesome. And I'm going to pick on Denise here because she actually came to me and said, I don't want to take pills. I'm not interested in taking pills. I want to do it all with food. And so she's actually been totally researching as she comes in, and I use that supplement. And so I'll say, okay, you need whatever it is she needs. And in this supplement, one of the supplements was beets, right? In this supplements, we have beets and beet leaves. And then, of course, the company has to put a little binder or something in there for the pill, and that's what usually upsets Denise. So she's like, okay, well, if it's beets and beet leaves that I need, then I'm going to go out and I'm going to ferment beets, and I'm going to take them with each meal. and get the beet leaves and take them with each meal so that I can get that organ to heal in my body, right? And so she's going beyond the mile that most people would rather swallow a pill, right? But I like to use food because if you use food, the body can heal with food. We are what we eat. And more true, we are what we absorb. So thanks so much for listening to us today. And if you are a member of Healthy Out West, there's a very good chance you could have a quiz when you come in over what you have watched today. And those of you who are in this room, you get to skip the quiz, okay? But we have to know that this information is getting out to the public and they are learning what they need to learn. How many of you learned some things in here tonight? Yeah. And it's valuable information, isn't it? Yes. The more you know about how your body works and operates, the better you're going to be about being healthy later on in life. All right? Thanks so much.